Hello Internet, I'm Kay Thorne, and welcome to my channel where we have been playing all of the Nancy Drew games from number 1, Secrets Can Kill, to this game, number 34, Mystery of the Seven Keys. We have arrived at the most recent Nancy Drew game. The reason I say most recent is because I don't know if there's going to be another one, so I'm not going to call it the last. It could be another one. Personally, I think it should come out in 2028 because that will be the 30th anniversary of the Nancy Drew game series. And I just think that would be perfect to drop it then. But who knows? Who knows? Because it's a different game engine. Also, this threw me off because it loaded and then I had to change the brightness. And there's a whole bunch of stuff. So very different from previous Nancy Drew games. I also double checked the length of time on this because the other games are all pretty equal on stuff, but this is very different, and it said anywhere between 12 and 20 hours. I hope I can finish this before I have to leave for my surgery, which my surgery is 1 week from today. My anxiety is not. I had my pre-op this morning. I was shaking the whole time. The nurse was really sweet. She was just like, "You're fine. It's normal. You should be anxious. This isn't a normal thing." And I was like, so she was awesome. The doctor's been really awesome too. Just it's a surgery. I'm very nervous, but it's much needed. I'm excited for it. It just is weird that I'm excited for a surgery, but still. But yeah, so that's so I leave less than a week from now. So hopefully I can get this game completed by the time I leave. That's my hope. Fingers crossed. That's my hope. We'll see. We will see how it goes. But yeah, so this game will be dropping after I have my surgery. So I think Midnight in Salem, the last game, drops literally first day post-op, and then that following Saturday. This game should be dropping that following Wednesday. So I will officially be in my second week of recovery when this game drops. If I'm feeling up to it, I'll probably start playing the next game, which I'm going to be playing Beyond Two Souls next. So hopefully I'll be playing it about that time. We'll see how I'm feeling, though. We'll see how my recovery goes, and if this is really as long as it states it is. Because all the other games I'm unable to get done in about 6 to 8 hours. So this is like twice the length at least, which is crazy. So that gives me a really good cushion, because I usually try not to play more than about 2.5 hours unless I feel I'm endgame, and then I'll go a little longer, like the last game. Although the last game, it was technically endgame, but with the amount of dialogue in that game, it took forever. Hopefully this game is not like that, and it's not so much dialogue that I don't really feel like I'm playing a game. That's my hope, that they fix some of that. So we'll see. All I know about this is it takes place in Prague. The funny part about this game is I got the announcement of it existing and the fact that it was going to take place in Prague while I was literally in Prague. So that was crazy. I was literally in Prague. I was visiting friends over there, and I think we were out to eat or something, and I got the notification with a little puzzle. And I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna try and solve this little puzzle, guys, while we're eating," and blah blah. Don't worry, I'm not ignoring you. It's just this is kind of cool. It's a game series I love, and I solved the puzzle, and I was like, "Huh?" Look out the window, and I'm like, "Isn't that the clock that we walked by earlier? What's going on?" I showed it to my friends who were living in Prague at the time, and they were like, "Yeah, no, that's here." And I was like, "Hold, the next game's gonna be here, where I'm currently at." So that was hilarious to get that announcement at the time. So now I'm finally playing it. It technically dropped last year, but late last year. Not quite at the year mark yet. So finally getting to it after playing through all of the other Nancy Drew games. Yeah, I'm interested. I'm excited. I need something to keep my mind off of the anxiety of the surgery. So I am not going to play this any more than 2.5 hours because of how late I'm jumping in. Also, if you hear any kind of background noise, I don't know if you can hear it. It is raining hard outside. Monsoon season has officially hit. In fact, last night we went out to eat, left the restaurant. It was pouring to the point where we had to run to my vehicle. And then as we're leaving, part of the exit for that particular restaurant is really, really dark because you have to like go through the mall parking lot. And there's no lights for some reason. They never put lights over there. So it was really dark and I couldn't see the road. I couldn't see the lines or anything. We finally got to an area with lighting, but the road was literally flooded to the point where like my vehicle, so I drive an SUV, I drive a Jeep Cherokee, and like there were some areas where I was like, ooh, this is a little rough. I can feel like a loss of traction a little bit going through this area. The truck in front of me, like I could see the water all the way up to its bed, the bed of the truck, and I saw a car coming the other way, and I'm like, dude, you are not gonna make it. You are not making it through this flooded road. So monsoon season has hit hard where I live. It's currently raining, so if you hear any noise in the background, it's probably the rain. So that's crazy. So that's just my little heads up for that. But with that heads up, I'm just going to remind you of the usual. If you end up liking this, click the like button. Leave comments. I'm always looking for suggestions for a new desk chair. My camera, I had an idea for a camera replacement, but now I'm starting to see bad reviews on that camera. Should be a good camera suggestion. And then headsets. I need a good headset that doesn't put pressure on the side of my head. So feel free to suggest good headsets. And if you suggest like earbuds, guys, I can't do ones that go in my ear. It hurts. So with that, though, those are your reminders. Comment, like, and subscribe if you want to see all of this game. And Beyond Two Souls will be after this. And then it's either going to be Avowed or Adamfall that I'm looking at right now. I am thinking about Life is Strange. It's just the way Steam has it organized, it's really hard for me to find where the first game is, although I could maybe just do it on PlayStation. I'm looking into Life is Strange. But I'm thinking maybe Avowed or Adamfall after Beyond Two Souls. If you want to see one of those more than the other, drop it in the comments. So yeah, let's click new game. Let's jump into this. So it looks like it's basically the same. So Amateur Sleuths, take on a classic Nancy Drew mystery, regular puzzles, hints available, detailed task list. Master Sleuth is no task list at all. So here's the thing with this, guys. My hope is I get this completed before I leave town on Sunday. Right now it is Tuesday for me. I leave town on Sunday. So I have today, a little bit of tomorrow. I might have time Thursday, and I might have time Friday to play, but those are unknown. And Saturday I should be able to play. So it's only 3 definitive times I can play for 2 to 2.5 hours. If this game truly is 12 to 20 hours long, it is possible I might not finish this by the time I leave for a surgery. I'm definitely doing Amateur Sleuth this time, in the precaution that I don't get this finished before my surgery. That is my goal. It doesn't mean it will happen, especially with the length of the game. I'm really glad I dug through Midnight in Salem then, if that's the case. So yeah, I'm going to do the Amateur Sleuth so I can have that detailed task list. The hints are also kind of helpful sometimes, but definitely that detailed task list so that way if I can't play for 2 weeks because of surgery, I'm going to come back confused no matter what. That's really going to help me dive back into the game if that is what happens. So we're definitely doing Amateur Sleuth just in case that is a thing that happens. For sure. I usually do Amateur Sleuth because of that detailed task list, but even more so this time. Oh. Classic point and click control scheme. First person free roam control scheme using the WASD. I'm not good with the WASD though. Can I hook up a controller to this? Can I controller this? I'm not used to that. Since it has the classic point and click control scheme and this isn't like a shoot 'em up game, I hope. It'd be weird if Nancy got a gun. I wouldn't like that. I would hate that. I'm gonna guess that even if it is the WASD, it might be a little janky at first, guys, because I'm not used to that. I'm not great with it. But if all it is movement and I don't have to do anything too crazy, I might be able to handle it. And then it gives me the opportunity to attempt to try a controller in the future, which would be weird. that even possible? Can I use a controller for this? Now I'm curious. What in the world? Are they going towards possible console game as the next game? That would be crazy if the 30th anniversary game was also on console. What? I'll probably still get it just for PC. But I'm looking at controller and it says controversy. There's a controversy for this game. I'll look it up afterwards. Yeah, but can I use like a controller? This person says it caused mouse cursor issues. Oh, I guess I can look on the Steam page to see if there's a symbol. All the other Nancy Drew games don't have this option. Never looked at that. Oh, I can switch the settings once I've loaded the game. Okay, so we can attempt the WASD. And if it gets just not great, then I can change it. Cool, I'm not beholden to it. Prague bears the nickname City of 1,000 Spires. I was there! That cathedral. I couldn't think of the word cathedral for a second. That cathedral is gorgeous. My God, I was literally standing in this spot probably. What? This is gonna be so weird. Thornton Hall was awesome. I was not scared there. Admittedly, I did have an awful jump scare in the Japan game.
I had actually gone to Japan to teach, so when things became a mystery, I was really surprised at every corner. A unique experience I won't soon forget.
That you such an ordeal with a smile. Speaks well of you. I am well known in society because of my wealth, but also because of my appearance. You can imagine it is hard for me to ask for help among my peers.
That's why you called me.
Excuse me. Are you Nancy?
I am. Who are you?
Adela Cher.
No, I am Adela Chen.
This is fraud. Prove you are me.
I owe you nothing. Impossible.
Wait. If you let me, I will figure this out. I will choose between you, but I get to ask one question first.
Oh, jeez.
Agreed.
In your letter, you explained what was stolen. Whose was it?
It was my mother's necklace.
Of course you would say that. It was my mother's. We were very close.
I know who the real Adela Cherna is.
Oh, do you? Because I have no idea. I feel like I should have paid more attention to the letter. Oh, this is a game I'm going to have to focus in on a little bit more.
You are. You explained the necklace was your mother's, but in your letter, I didn't get the sense that you were close at all.
I can't believe it.
Oh, Adela, that was my fault. I didn't know.
I don't blame you, Patricia. Miss Drew has earned her reputation.
Please, just Nancy is fine.
I hope you're not upset I lied to you. Adela is a very good cousin, and she's never asked me for help.
You can never be too careful.
I understand.
Ah, good. Now I can get back to work.
I will let you rest for the night, and we can begin in earnest here tomorrow. Until tomorrow.
Okay. Capital city of Prague is the largest in Czechia. Click here or press tab.
The good detective always keeps a to-do list.
Whoa. So different. New tasks appear here. All subtasks. Oh, so there's like subtasks before the main task me. And hold for hint. Okay. So Wi-Fi passwords are often posted on the wall. Yeah, this is really feeling like it could totally be easily translated to a console game. Like it's kind of feeling like this thing here with the messenger and the task list. It feels like the menu of Disney Dreamlight Valley almost a little bit. Maybe it's just the color scheme, but having those different things. So you got messenger. Oh, hey kid, heading to the store after work today. Do you need anything? Hey dad, I think I'm good. Oh wait, can you see if they have any Licky Loo lollipops? Thanks, signed your favorite daughter, Frank and Joe Hardy. Oh my gosh. Nance, you'd have loved the case we just finished. Speaking of cases, you want to meet up with us soon so we can tell you all about it. Sounds great. It's been too long since we caught up. Let's do breakfast when you get back to River Heights. How about Pancake City? I heard they have new all-you-can-eat pancakes with bottomless cocoa Kringle sauce. That actually sounds good. Joe, don't pressure her again. Nancy would love to sit down and talk when you get the chance. I wouldn't miss pancakes with you guys. Maybe it can make up for the burnt ones last time. Haha. Have to sign off. About to catch a flight. Safe travels. We got to go. Almost back to River Heights. You too. Call you guys later. And then Ned. Do you want to help me study for this exam I have coming up? Sure. Would you want to come to my house to study? I have to pack for a trip to Prague. Prague? Another case? How long are you going to be gone this time? Sad face. Actually, I'm going to Prague for a bit of sightseeing. Oh, really? Alright, you got me. It's for another case. I shall be gone for a couple days to a week, tops. Heard that one before, lol. Well, we can talk about it more once I see you, but do you know what I'm going to say next? Be safe. Exactly. It's like we're dating or something. Oh, interesting. Little map here. Oh, okay. Square castle, square camera. Oh. Okay, tab to exit that. Oh, it wants me to do this. I have to do this. So suspects. Oh, that's cool. Get a whole thing here. Give Rick Arlen a run for his money. Really, Rick Arlen? Ugh. Ugh. Sanspa, Adela. Observations. And any achievements. Okay, that's kind of cool that I can see those. J is exit. Let's open this back up. Oh my gosh. I wasn't done looking. Hold shift to oh my gosh. Use your mouse to look around. Okay, tab. Gallery. Okay, that was the last thing. Okay. Let's just start over in this corner. I talk to them as a book here. That's no books to look at. It's a little wonky, but it's their first game they've done this with, so you know. Beautiful paintings. We got a really cool clock, although we gotta change the batteries, which kind of sucks. Book, nope, okay. Cafe menu. Oh, that changes the symbol. I can look at this, okay. Hot beverages, teas, cold beverages. Where's my office blanket? Because I'm getting cold. Pastries. That sounds good. That cake honestly looked amazing. Ooh, banana nut muffins. My bananas are starting to get to the point where I can maybe make banana bread. I'm excited. Macchiato, frappe, latte. Café con hielo? I think it's hielo. Café noisette. Espresso. Okay. Escape to exit. Okay. It's like a playing card right there. There's a playing card right there. Just a random playing card. I hope this doesn't mess with my motion sickness. I might have to change it if it does. Oh. Prague Journal number 77. False accusations plague gem theft cases. The police marked Michael Svoboda as a person of interest in a rash of gem thefts that have ravaged Prague. His nightmare began when evidence connected him to the scene of the crime of the latest theft. The one caveat, he was never at the scene. He canceled his appointment to see the jewels the night before. Only the appointment on the jeweler's computer connected him. His exoneration failed to stop rumors from circulating against him. Svoboda joins a growing list of suspects who have faced accusations and interrogation based on unfounded evidence. Whoa. Crown jewels return to public eye. Crime Watchers suggest that the exhibition provides a perfect cover for the castle to upgrade security in the Crown Jewel Vault. Until then, perhaps the safest place for the Crown Jewels is the public eye. Prague, the Bohemian Crown Jewels, usually safely ensconced within St. Vitus Cathedral at Prague Castle, will meet the public eye for the first time in 5 years at an exhibition opening in a matter of weeks. Well, I feel like this is going to be something. Innovation in cybersecurity. What? Stuff about cybersecurity. Oh, I could read the whole thing. I'm not going to try and read that at the thing. Wait, what's this? Oh, interesting. Okay. Me. Zoom? Oh. Oh, I can just do R to read it too. Okay. Okay. We're getting the hang of this new fangled way of... What? Ooh. I don't want to talk to people yet. I want to explore everything. New idea on those, okay. Whoa!
It really is just like the one in the square.
Is it though? Is it? That looks like it could be a puzzle at some point. Lots of books. I feel like they would make a book stand out in some way. If ever one I could actually look at. Can't look at these, okay. Oh, that one.
Looks interesting.
History, legends, and lore of Prague. Marionette tradition. No. Bohemian history has long been the setting of stories and folktales. For centuries in Prague, the marionettes have been pulling the strings of the storytelling custom. Ha ha. Folklore in history is bursting with little people carved from trees, painted, and coming to life. Locals and travelers alike may hear these legends across the streets of Prague, or catch this historic art form. Oh, those are the bottom. Huh. Or catch this where'd it go? Historic art form at large halls like the Rodolphineum or the National Theater. Marionettes will continue to be popular souvenirs and entertain onlookers as countless characters like teasing jesters, enchanting royalty, or even sinister specters. Okay, we're going to go back up to the top. The Golden Heart of Europe. Known historically as the region of Bohemia, the Czech Republic has known many names and governments over the centuries. Its hub of culture and capital is the city of Prague, amounting to 10% of the region's population. Prague, or Praha, comes from the Slavic word for river named for the... That's not an I, is it? I don't think it's Vitava. I don't know. Running through the city center. Local legend also attributes its name to the word for threshold in the story of Princess Lebus. It's taking too slow. Let's talk about the princess. The legendary founder of Prague, Princess Lebus, is an important figure in modern Czech history. Legend says that the king of Bohemia had 3 daughters gifted with healing, magic, and prophecy. After his death, she became the queen and judge of the tribe. Carving a king, the people criticized her, noting, "The longer the hair, the shorter the reason." Her prophetic visions led the soldiers to follow a white horse to a man at an iron table, leading them to the plowman, who would become the king the people demanded. In another vision, she saw a door threshold between 2 olive trees in a town that would reach the stars. On this spot stands Prague Castle, fittingly reaching the stars as the golden city of 1,000 spires. The astronomical clock. Glittering in historic Old Town Square, the Prague astronomical clock is the oldest still in operation today. First historically mentioned in 1410, the clock has been helping the people of Prague tell the time, date, season, and state of the stars for centuries. The Earth is the background for this medieval clock with 4 main moving areas, including a zodiac ring. Ornately decorated with symbols and animated characters, the figure that looms ominously over the people below the skeleton shaking his head and tolling the bell of fate, known as death or the clacker. He'll only nod his head when the clock stops and a time of peril falls upon the city. So locals are committed to keeping it ticking at all costs. The story goes that only a boy born on New Year's Eve can break the skeleton's curse when he runs across the clock square before the stroke of midnight. Interesting. Okay. There's another paper over here. Oh, it's the same thing. Old Town, Praha. Stroll through the cobblestone streets and experience the history of beautiful architecture of this ancient district, featuring the Old Town Square and the world-famous Prague horloge, one of the oldest astronomical clocks. There's not a... Okay. What about the other one? St. Vitus Cathedral. So gorgeous. So many photos in that building. Tour a famed Gothic cathedral today, built in 1344, Prague's largest and most important church. This St. Vitus Cathedral has witnessed coronations of the greatest Czech sovereigns. It also serves as the final resting place for patron saints, nobles, and archbishops. Or is closed for restoration. Ooh, yeah, take the pen. It's all the same paper. Okay. Okay. Let's talk.
Ah, you have a postcard. I have much more work to do. So please, feel free to sit and write a special someone. By the way, my real name is Patricia Witkowski. It is nice to meet you, Nancy.
Thank you, Patrizia.
Okay. Collect items to write to Nick. Figure out the Wi-Fi password, and I have everything I need. I got that. I got that. I collected the items. Where did I find the Wi-Fi password? I didn't find that. Where is it? Where is the Wi-Fi password? How do I... That's how. Okay, not... Okay, now I gotta figure out the Wi-Fi password.
Ah, you have a postcard. I have much more work to do. So please, feel free to sit and write a special someone.
Thank you, Patrizia.
But how do I find a Wi-Fi password? How do I sit? How do I sit? Oh, I found the Wi-Fi password.
Simple.
Okay.
Dear Ned,
Oh.
this Castle Square may well be my office for the week. My client seems nice. I'll tell you later. I know we'll talk soon, but couldn't resist writing you a postcard. You're first on my mind, and I'm glad, no matter what, you're here for me. And I'm here for you, even from Prague. Love, Nancy.
Oh, when using the classic control mode, press and hold right click to look around. Okay. Oop. J. Wi-Fi password. Tab. Did that?
Check. Still have to do that.
I need. Get that in the cafe. Oh, cause that. Okay. Okay. So many new things. Oh man. Nancy, I tried calling. I thought I'd enter the 21st century and send a text instead. I'll be sending an email. Send me a reply so I know you're safe, kiddo. Dad. I was gonna send a reply, but...
What do you have? Coffee? Tea? Wi-Fi password?
I already figured out the Wi-Fi password.
Showing off your detective skills already?
I don't know that it required much detecting. The password is on your wall.
Americans. It is always the first thing you ask. What is the Wi-Fi? I wish you all were detectives.
Oh, do you mind keeping why I'm here between you and me? I try not to tell everyone I'm a detective.
I, as a person, must be a mystery to solve a mystery.
Sure.
You seem to know me pretty well. What coffee would you recommend?
For you? You're friendly, open, but mysterious. With a long history. Ah, cappuccino.
Cappuccino. Do you recommend that to everyone?
No. I recommend the local thick black coffee. Tourists expect it.
I will try that next. Thank you. I should get ready for Adela to come.
Back to work. I'll send you over that coffee.
Okay.
I appreciate it. I'll sit at that table by the window.
That table or this table? The other one, okay. This already has stuff. I don't know. Messenger. Unknown.
Locked file? And the text doesn't make much sense either.
I'm uncomfortable doing that as someone who like has to do a lot of tech trainings on like how to avoid like scam artists and that kind of stuff because my work is virtual. This makes me very uncomfortable. Oh. Is that how I... Okay. Cool. How do I say it? There we go.
Nancy. The real Miss Cherna this time.
For you, ladies,
Check you.
if you're looking for a book in English, you'll find some nice mysteries on the shelf.
Thank you. I'll take a look.
Oh. Tolle Sinehal.
Jacobi.
What with the cards?
What's the suspects? You will reach out to them and find out who stole the gems.
Amazing. I like that you're thinking ahead. Could I ask you a few questions first?
What do you want to know?
Why bring me in to investigate? You must have contacted the police.
I did. It is too small a crime for them. You must have heard as well that this is not the first time that Prague's jewels have been replaced with fakes.
You're saying that other people have had their gems stolen.
Not other people. Gems in the Pravskaya Hitsoritskaya Museum itself have been proven fake. The police have found nothing. But you've been.
I appreciate the vote of confidence. In your letter, you explained the gems in your necklace had been replaced by fakes. How did you find out?
I sent the necklace to a company called Second Shine. It is on my list here. They stored jewelry and post it for sale on their site for all the world to see. I received a local offer instead, so they returned the necklace to me.
But you're not sure that they were the ones who replaced the gems.
I gave the necklace to my friend Vladena Zlati to appraise. She is a well-known jeweler in Prague. Vladena reported that the gems were fake. She is also on the list.
If she is your friend, why do you believe she could have stolen the real gems?
Because I am no fool.
You wanted to sell the necklace. Why not claim the insurance and get your money that way?
The gems alone are meaningless, a fraction of its value. The necklace boasts a noble history, handed down through generations. The thief destroyed that. The necklace should be made whole.
What is the necklace's history?
It was my mother's, her mother's. Some nights I would watch her put it on and pour herself a glass. Then she would dance across the floor like we were back in the days of royal balls. I could never bring myself to wear it, but I always kept it safe. Until now.
It means a lot to you.
I hold no great love for my mother. It is why I would sell this necklace. But someone should treasure it. It should not be sold for parts. Not like this.
I can hear my dog behind me with this like whistly snore.
How well do you know Vladena Zlati?
We have known each other socially for many years, ever since I returned to Prague from Paris. She owns Zlati Jewelers. I have bought a piece from her here and there. She knows many of my friends and all of my flaws.
Why didn't you try to sell the necklace through her in the first place?
I did. She only sells in person. She barely has a website. Second Shine reaches far more buyers. Even so, the offer for the necklace came through Vladena.
Have any of her other clients had their gems replaced?
If so, she has not told me.
Why did you choose Second Shine?
You were bound to ask. You believe I was duped, naive to put my trust in a website.
You don't strike me as naive at all.
You're wrong. I was. Others in my circle had sold their jewelry to them. I had no reason to doubt them.
Did you talk to anyone at Second Shine?
No. We conducted the entire business online. I am asking you to do now what I should have done in the beginning. Find out who they are.
If it's sunny June, I swear.
What gems were replaced in the Prague Historicka Museum?
I don't know the details. You will have to ask the curator, Oscar Dvorak. He is also on my list.
How well do you know Oscar?
He is well known, but not by me.
Did he have access to your necklace?
As a gem expert, he may have access to everything.
I think you've given me enough to get started. Thank you.
Good. Remember, if all these crimes are connected, you alone are trying to solve them. Keep quiet.
I will keep that in mind.
Okay. Pretty sure I did this.
Still have to do that.
What have I not done in the... Whatever. Find out details what happened. Meet it better.
Check.
Investigate her list. Go on file. Recover the necklace. Okay. I have an idea. I don't think it's right, but It's the simplest. Okay, yeah. Okay. I just thought because these are darkened, I was like, maybe the number of letters in the word, but no. Love their past, find your own way. Okay. Oh. Okay, okay, we got some language stuff. Got her stuff. What am I missing here? Is it just like these? Even though it's the same thing? That's all I could think. Unless there's stuff that I'm missing. What was that? Why is my old college wanting me to return? I don't want to go back to school. No, thank you. I have literally thought about getting like my admin license, but I don't want to go back to school. That's really the whole reason I'm not working on it, because I just don't want to go back to school. Where are the mysteries that guy mentioned? Humor, nature. Oh. Oops. Okay, well, she just wanted to talk to you? But sure. This technology. Did I pass the mysteries? Are they over here? Romance, Kafka, fantasy, religion. Stuff that costs money, apparently. Oh, interesting. The history of the piano. Past, find your own way. Science. Her and food. Horror. Wait a minute. Oh, there's mystery. Hey! There's a card. I just thought of something. Love past own way. Making like, whoa. Well, that's what that does. So history is past. 6. Love would be romance. I'm not sure. Own way. Let's see what else we've got here. Could maybe be travel. I don't think so. I don't know though. Romance is 11. Own way might be travel, which is 9. But let's go look at the other options. Let's see, humor, nature, technology, So maybe it is 9. Oh. Tab. I hit the wrong button. It would be 6. Oh no, it'd be 1169. Get it. I wasn't sure on that last one, but that was the only thing that made sense with find your own way would be travel. Okay, so some kind of map of this. Outer ring, inner ring. CRDN. This X. Opposite side of where I'm at. Check that out.
Check.
Kafka. Oh.
Nope.
Okay, we found the thing. Now I gotta figure out how to get into the thing.
Check.
There's gotta be something with this. So, let's see. Outer ring plus outer ring equals inner ring. Three, four, 6. Wonder what that is. Whoop. These 1, 3, 4, 6 somehow. Maybe not. Oh, that's the drawing of the bookshelf. That's what that little thing is. Okay, what's the 1, 3, 4, 6? This is where the 1 is. Oh. We can look at this now? Oh, I thought I could. Is that like dust flakes? Maybe I'm not close enough. Oh, there we go.
Oh, Kafka came from Prague.
Friends, Kafka is one of the greatest figures of modern literature whose cultural influence continues to this day. Kafka joined the world in Prague on July 3rd, 1883, the eldest son of a German-speaking Ashkenazi family, Jewish family. Kafka pursued his writing passions while enduring a Brotberuf, or bread job, as an attorney for an insurance company. Upon his death on June 3rd, 1924, Kafka left behind 3 partially finished novels and countless short stories and other writings. Look around you. What? Look around you again. Has everything changed now that you have truly seen? These questions hit at what Franz Kafka explored and pushed to the limit. The details of the mundane, the horror of cultural demands. Change in observing what is truly seen is central to one of Kafka's best-known works, Metamorphosis. When the protagonist wakes up one morning to find himself transformed into an insect, his life is changed. He struggles with alienation and his own humanity to adjust to what or who he truly is, reminding us that not everything is always as it appears. Ah. I could have done that to read it. Oh, I guess I could have just clicked R too. I read it all. We're good. What's this though? Can I not look at these closer? Huh. Oh, J. This was 3 over here, so this maybe? The only numbers I'm seeing only here are like the costs of certain things. His first language was German. All his literary works were composed in German. The name of the cafe hunger artist took inspiration from his work. Okay. Oh, did I accidentally click something? I didn't even do that. Ah! Was here. And 6 is like here. I feel like I need more information or something.
Can't check that off yet.
Huh. Well, let's maybe like go outside and make some phone calls. Find a nice empty area. That's how we do that.
This is an American number.
Yes, but I'm in Prague. My name is Nancy Drew. Adela Cherna suggested I reach out to you.
Adela Cherna, I know her name. How can I help?
I wanted to ask a few questions about the gem thefts at the museum.
That is in the past.
Are you sure about that?
You are in Prague. Let me show you around the castle exhibition today. I will answer your questions. You will be convinced.
We'll see about that. I'll take you up on your offer and meet you there. Thank you.
Okay. The Oscar at the exhibition.
Check.
What in the world was that sound? I don't want to know. Ah, I'm flying. What's this? Potato pancakes. I'm hungry. That sounds good. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Yeah. It's like this looks like someplace that I could take something from. I feel like this is slightly different, because that's the front of the cathedral, right? I feel like over here is actually like the entrance that I came through, and I don't remember there being like a restaurant over here. I do feel like I remember like some kind of spiral like that. Kind of remember that. I do remember it was like there was like no seating. Marionette Theater, 10 a.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 7 p.m. Can I take anything from here? Kings, queens, crowns, and keys. The story of 4 Holy Roman Empires in the Royal Bohemian Crown. Why do I feel like my boyfriend would actually absolutely love what they're doing here? So my boyfriend's father is a historian. My boyfriend learned a lot from him. And his father studied a lot of different things, but the Holy Roman Empire was one of them. So I've learned like a lot of Roman history stuff from just talking with them. Oh, was this where I need to go? Is that it? Or is it this door? Oh, I don't know. I feel like that vent's important and I don't know why. Some other games. The first cafe in Prague dates back to the 16th century. Dang, that's 1500s.
I don't mean to disturb you, but do you have a moment?
Please, they don't make these programs easy to use.
This is the person you talk to, okay.
My name is Nancy Drew. I understand you were praised a necklace for Adela Chernow.
Ah, yes, because Adela thinks I stole her gems.
That's what I'm here to find out.
She and I have no secrets. But you must be tired from your journey, from the States.
You don't need to worry about me. I am well rested and ready to listen.
You don't look it. My mistake.
Rude. I'm just gonna start at the top. We're
Do
going
you
down.
think the gems in the necklace were replaced in the same way as at the Prague Historic Sky Museum?
If so, then the thieves are chasing a bigger prize than my little shop.
Stealing gems from a renowned museum is a high-stakes crime. How do you think the gems were replaced?
Ask Oscar Dvorak.
Not a friend?
We have spoken. He is competent, but I'm a far better appraiser and jeweler, so he won't work with me. And even fewer people will work with him.
I see.
He would be out of a job, you know. They would hire me to supervise all the gem exhibitions. Except for the crown jewels, of course.
Why wouldn't they let you supervise the crown jewels?
It stems from an old tradition. For centuries, women were overlooked in the elite gem trades. Even still, we have to fight for the positions we have.
I didn't realize.
Traditions are not changed easily, even by capable women. You have seen this.
Unfortunate that the men in my life don't thought. And I often don't make it easy for them.
Fortunate. It should not be left to fortune. You will learn. We can only rely on each other.
With experts like you around, how are the fake gems getting past years of appraisals?
They are very good fakes, which is why only I couldn't discover them.
Narcissism
And
much?
what skills are needed for such an expert appraisal?
Years of training, special lenses, and tools. Glasses are not enough. Though large frames would suit you. And go with your style, if that's what you call it.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you? So you're saying the average person wouldn't have noticed?
Average? No. But you are a detective. You have a better eye than the average. How quickly could you learn the trade? I wonder.
This is a beautiful store. You founded this company?
I did. I come from a long line of appraisers and gemology experts. My father taught me all that I know, and many come to me in Prague before they go to anyone else. I have had no complaints. Few complaints.
Well, an open business will get complaints from time to time. What kind of complaints?
I did not make them enough money, usually. Finding buyers is more art than science.
So, your passions lie in the craft, but sales are what keeps you in the business.
I could not have gotten this far without managing my money and my connections well. I have generous clients.
What was your opinion of Second Shine before all this?
Some of my clients have used them in the past.
Did any of them have the same problem? Could they really be the ones behind the counterfeit gems?
It is possible Second Shine has been stealing jewels all along. Only I caught them.
Could you tell the necklace was fake as soon as she gave it to you?
The necklace is not fake. It is the same as the first time I saw it. The gems, they are fake.
You knew what I
You
meant.
could tell that right away.
As an expert, of course.
So, you found a buyer for the necklace?
One just like Adela asked for. But when she got the necklace back from Second Shine, it was too late.
Who's the buyer?
Client confidentiality. You understand. But it is over. I could not sell a necklace with fake gems.
Then they're not really a client.
I like you, but no.
You said you'd seen the necklace before.
She showed it to me, so I could find a buyer for it. Of course, then the gems were real. I would have gotten her a fair price, and I did. But she had already sent it to Second Shine.
It doesn't seem like you're too happy about that.
Certainly you see why. They take your gems. A scam.
Maybe.
I should get going.
Good. We are done here.
Seems too easy. Singer Under Fire by Eric Tull. The real backbone of Second Shine, however, consists of DGAS, the industry's official provenance tracking system, or DGAS. DGAS has encouraged many retailers and other services like Second Shine to adhere to the official guidelines laid out by DGAS for the protection of themselves and their clients. Globally, jewelers acknowledge that they have received fewer complaints when adopting the system. Initially, Second Shine put up resistance against DGAS, claiming that they had been using their own methods in all the years before it with great success. In fact, the high fees associated with the DGAS system have put off several jewelers and sellers from its services. If Second Shine is prioritizing its bottom line over DGAS at the risk of the client, customers globally have cause for concern. It's only a matter of time before Fairsinger finds that when it comes to valuables, you can't put a price on protecting authenticity. I want to look at that. Can I take the tools? No. Okay. Yeah. Castle exhibition, treasures of Prague Castle. Cathedral. We already looked at those two. Pictures in Central Prague. It's using the citywide free Wi-Fi.
A haunted tour. I need to see that.
Definitely. Yeah. Can you tell I don't like marionettes? I'm probably gonna have to go to the show. Ugh.
Haunted tour starts tomorrow. I can't miss that.
Definitely not. There's this Castle Main Hall exhibit. Oh, this is probably where I need to go. So let's look at all these things first. Take the haunted tour, definitely. Hold on. I spoke with her. What? I literally just spoke with her. Oh, interesting. I think Roll Town's great yet, though. Didn't I just speak with her?
My name is Nancy Drew. I understand you appraised a necklace for Adela Cherna.
Ah, yes. Because Adela thinks
Literally
I
already
stole
spoke to her
the
about all
gems.
this.
That's what I'm here to find out.
She and I have no secrets.
Already did
But
this.
you must be tired from your journey. From the States.
Already had this
You don't
conversation.
need to worry about me. I am well rested and ready to listen.
You don't look it. Oh, my mistake.
Because she's rude. Yeah.
I should get going.
Good. We are done here.
Can't check that off.
Literally just spoke with her. Ooh, all I wanted. Very confused. I just spoke with her. I don't know why it won't check off. Ah. Oh, there we go. Oh.
Hello. Dice ma se la gola. Udzielaito. Spate beat. Excuse me. That was my assistant. And what do you need?
Mr. Dvorak? I'm Nancy Drew.
Ah, the American. I did not expect you so soon.
I like to follow a lead. What is Spati Beat?
What? Oh, St. Vitus's Cathedral. That's it.
What sort of security do you have in place?
Guards, cameras, everything one would need.
Then how were the thieves able to replace the gems?
There's a better question. How would they be able to in the future?
You haven't answered my question.
I won't answer your question because of security.
Sure.
What do you know about Vladena Zlati?
The world of gems and jewelry is very small, and in Prague it is smaller still. She works well as an appraiser, nothing more.
Meaning?
She lacks a true appreciation of gems, where they come from, their story. For her, it is money.
Do you think she would try to replace the gems of one of her own clients?
She wouldn't be very smart if so.
What was your opinion of Second Shine before all of this?
I have never used it. I work with priceless jewels, not common heirlooms.
I suppose you don't hold a high opinion of their service.
I have no opinion.
How frequently do you check the the exhibits for thanks.
I do not need to do so frequently. Only when we remove them from storage and then be returned.
Do you have anyone else examine them?
I was appointed to this position by the government. They have utmost confidence in me.
There are some amazing exhibits here. I would like to look around.
Please, you are welcome.
Why isn't she on there yet? That's really weird. It's like not registering that I've already spoken to her. I'm gonna start over here. I'll work my way through. Future exhibit for jewelry of Bohemia. These sample objects are for staging only. Gotcha. Alchemy in Prague. Philosopher's Stone. Prague has long been a home for the spirit and magic of wonder, and the practice of alchemy is a prime example of that. There are multiple steps in the theory of alchemy that always lead to one end goal, the Philosopher's Stone. Alchemists throughout the 16th century in Prague worked through countless processes attempting to turn metals into golds, at the urge, especially of Emperor Rudolf II. No alchemist was ever able to document this, but through the centuries of knowledge of Prague's arcane circles were lost. It's turning into full metal here. Did you know the Egyptians were the first to dabble in the ways of alchemy, or chemia, as it was called? The Egyptian philosopher's stone was a potion concocted of rudimentary chemicals to gain immortality. This was never proven to be achieved, but if it weren't for their ways of alchemy, we wouldn't have so many perfectly preserved mummies and sometimes lost tombs. The history of alchemy. From the 16th century to the 18th century, rulers in Prague were known to have alchemists in their court. There were many benefits from having these royal advisors, including gaining knowledge, encouraging discoveries under their reign, and using the alchemical potions for healing, while works of magic were suspect. King Leopold II had alchemists who possessed great skills from forging metals to what could later be called chemistry as the discoveries evolved. Chemistry. Makes sense. Through their gifts in forging metals, the use of natural resources for medicines, and studies of the stars to guide, alchemists served the kings, queens, and the kingdom for centuries. Sir Edward Kelly, alchemist in Rudolf II's royal court. And then we have all of this, which I feel like this is probably going to come in handy at some point. So, we take a photo. Can I do anything with this? Or is it just like a thing? Okay. And what do we have here? Did you know?
Can still be found on the buildings even to this day. I'll add that to my list of things to find.
Did you know streets were lined with golden ovens where alchemists were busy working? Admittedly, I remember when we were in Prague, we learned just how advanced they were compared to like the rest of the world for a period of time, because they were like putting guns on swords and vice versa. Like those weapons were insanely cool. So they were pretty advanced in Prague for quite some time. Oh, crown jewel replicas. We mean crown jewels. There is no treasure more prized to the Czech people than the Bohemian crown jewels, dating back centuries. These items are too priceless to be valued or appraised. The replicas displayed here in the castle hall cannot compare to the official royal crown jewels that collectively create the one-of-a-kind historical collection. Intricately crafted gold and hundreds of jewels make up the crown of Saint Wenceslas, the royal apple, Saint Wenceslas' sword, the scepter and reliquary cross, and the gold-woven coronation cloak. The crown. The crown of Saint Wenceslas was first commissioned by King Charles IV in 1347 and is the oldest item in the collection. The 22-karat gold crown displays one each of ruby, rubellite, and aquamarine, 19 sapphires, 20 pearls, 30 emeralds, and 44 spinels. The crown traditionally must be borrowed from Saint Wenceslas' skeleton only for coronation ceremonies for the price of 1 groschen, which must be returned and refunded after. Legend says an unworthy one who lays the crown upon their head within a year will die a cursed death. We need something like that in America. The scepter and royal apple. A symbolic shepherd's staff over 2 feet long, the 18-karat gold royal scepter is adorned with 4 sapphires, 5 spinels, and 62 pearls. The Bohemian royal apple, also known as the royal orb, boasts 6 spinels, 8 sapphires, and 31 pearls, among very ornately carved 18-karat gold wrought relief. The apple is gilded with Latin scripture and scenes from the book of Genesis. A depiction of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, biblical parents of Cain and Abel, embellishes the lower hemisphere, a scene that parallels Prague Castle courtyard's golden gate on St. Vitus Cathedral exterior. Made together in 1526 for King Ferdinand I, the scepter and orb replaced King Charles IV's original scepter and orb to be more ornate than the originals, whose current whereabouts are unknown. Replicas only of the crown jewel replicas, only the pearls are impossible to truly replicate. Safety of 7. For centuries, the crown jewels have been protected under heavy security. Holy Roman Emperor and King Leopold II first established the tradition of the 7 keys in 1791. These royal items are protected in a secure vault in historic St. Vitus Cathedral, and only when the 7 keys from 7 key bearers unite with 7 locks will they be accessible. The 7 key bearers hold positions of honor in Prague, a burden and privilege for appointed officials such as the president, the mayor, and the prime minister. Only on very rare and important occasions, with sometimes decades between, are the key bearers joined to display the crown jewels. God, get it over. Displayed publicly for the first time in 1929, commemorating 1,000 years since St. Wenceslaus' death, and most recently on King Charles IV's 700th birthday celebration. The Sword and Cross. More a part of St. Vitus Cathedral's treasury than the jewel collection, the sword of St. Wenceslaus and the reliquary cross were used mostly in coronations and knighthoods. Before his sainthood, 10th century Duke Wenceslaus was also known as Vaclav the Good, and the subject of the carol Good King Wenceslaus. The founder and namesake of St. Wenceslaus Chapel in St. Vitus Cathedral, his sword wields a 10th century iron blade with a 13th century wooden silver and velvet hilt. The golden reliquary cross was commissioned by King Charles IV near the time of the commissioning of the crown. It's lined with sapphires and displays carved gem cameos. The coronation robe. The lavish royal coronation vestments were used during traditional Bohemian coronation day festivities under the bells of St. Vitus. This precious robe is woven with gold lily silk patterned with pearled golden wire and rare ermine lining. Many sovereigns took their oaths in this robe from 1653 to 1836, finally being retired following the coronation of Ferdinand V. Package was delivered, so there's probably a slight cut there with the dog. Oh. Sorry, the dog was barking. I got distracted there. That was beautiful. Dalaborka Tower. When Dalibor of Kozogedy found himself imprisoned in the tower of Prague Castle, he had little to occupy his time until he had acquired a violin. Although rumors around that he made a violin out of matches, it is likely his captors granted him a violin similar to the one in this exhibit. He is said to have played it daily to pass time, entertaining the residents of Prague who lived and worked close to the castle. What happened to the original violin, no one knows. Interesting. I would love to know more about that story. Oh, the Dalibor Knight. Hey. Interesting. It's just that. We can't, like, turn it. Okay. Dalibor of Kozogedy. The legendary prison at Prague Castle is named after its first prisoner, the knight Dalibor of Kozogedy. This suit of armor belonged to that heroic knight from Litomeris? His support of the people's revolt earned him a cell in the tower of Prague Castle. In the moonlight, it is said the night transforms, so beware of the mournful cries of the night. While awaiting judgment, he passed the time playing a violin. Some say he crafted out of matches. His music made him part of the fabric of Prague until the day of his execution. Klein. Sorry. So Scooby-Doo right there. Comes alive. Scooby-Doo. Oh, what's this?
Incredible glasswork. But how does it open? I need more information.
What are you doing?
It's curious. It's just there.
Could I have a closer look?
Be careful.
I do.
There are strange markings all over it. It could be part of an ancient riddle.
Not so fast. This cannot be removed from the museum.
Okay.
Well, can I take pictures?
If you must, return here if you want to see the artifact again.
That's so kind, because honestly, there's no way they would allow a random person to look over that.
Can't check that out.
He's right here. I've talked to him. These look like some of the
This doesn't seem right.
no.
Please remember to be careful.
Yes, sir. Interesting. Okay. By order of the President, official public showing of the historic Bohemian crown jewels. What's this? Official President declaration opening the exhibit to the public. Oh, okay, so this is just like the how it'll be organized. Hauntings of Prague. Okay. Rudolph II and his famous confidants. The German crystal artist Caspar Lehmann moved to Prague from Germany in the 1580s, and after a failed time as burgher in Lesser Town, he was invited to Rudolph's court as royal gem cutter, eventually passing his exclusive patent to a pupil who founded the Nuremberg School of Engravers. He is known as the earliest modern crystal engraver, adopting bronze and copper wheel techniques, and influenced the glass-cutting tradition of even today's Bohemian craftsmen. His closeness to the king allowed him to create beautiful and rare gems and objects of crystal that were often part of Rudolph's famed collections. Lehmann vowed to preserve all he had created, knowing the emperor would be overtaken due to tragedies that had befallen Prague and the people. With wars and takeovers threatening, Lehmann secretly preserved his most cherished works, like the Prague Fraunberger beaker. The image of the beaker, okay. The mathematician and astronomer Johannes Kepler was a German astronomer, mathematician, and more. He was invited to an area outside of Prague by Danish astronomer Tycho Brahe, who was compiling a new set of planetary observations. When Tycho died suddenly, Emperor Rudolf brought Kepler to Prague Castle to serve as imperial mathematician. Rudolf provided the funding, materials, and tools that allowed him the time to make his own discoveries. Kepler is famous for his 3 laws of planetary motion, studied right here in Prague Castle. Although first theorized by Copernicus as a circle, it was Kepler who then discovered was Kepler who then discovered that planets orbit the sun along an ellipse-shaped path. After being named imperial mathematician to Rudolf II, Kepler published many theories and discoveries that set the foundation for astronomy and developed accounts for the behavior of light. Kepler continued to study the stars, and his legacy has contributed vastly to modern astrophysics and our fundamental understanding of the universe. 3 laws. Planets orbit the sun in an ellipse-shaped path. A planet covers the same area of space in the same amount of time no matter where it is in its orbit. A planet's orbital period is proportional to the size of its orbit. I don't know where the gods are coming from. Jeez. That's really cool. Escape. Charles IV. Charles IV was born in Prague into monarchy in the Kingdom of Bohemia. He commissioned a special crown for his coronation in 1347, known as the Crown of St. Wenceslas. Dedicated to the patron saint of the country, St. Wenceslas, it has become the symbol of statehood for the people along with the royal scepter and orb. He was later named Holy Roman Emperor in 1355. Charles made Prague his capital residence and implemented his projects to strengthen the church and the city's importance. Prague's many historical building achievements can be attributed to King Charles, like Charles Bridge, Charles Square, and prestigious Charles University, and sections of Prague Castle and St. Vitus Cathedral. Even today, he is regarded as one of Europe's most powerful and noteworthy kings. I was able to move the other way. Oh! Rudolf II. The King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor Rudolf II wore the Bohemian crown for his coronation on November 1st, 1575. At 6 in the early morning, the bells rung clear as Rudolf II's reign began, spanning from 1576 to 1612. Known as the Alchemist King, he brought the Renaissance to Prague, making it the center of enlightenment and growth. He hosted luminaries and the brightest minds of the time. In exchange for being in his care, scholars, mathematicians, alchemists, and artists supported his quest to search for the philosopher's stone and immortality. Noted mathematicians like Kepler benefited from Rudolf's support to help make revolutionary discoveries. Rudolf II is well known for knighting many of these influential figures into his court. His eclectic collections filled the palace with a menagerie of exotic items, games, art, crystal, and rare gems. Famous for having the largest collections in the world, his hidden treasures were secretly placed deep underground in his Kunstkammer, cabinet of curiosities. While his mystical obsession brought thought and progress to the city, the strength of the country and the people were neglected and weakened. Soon his kingdom faced wars and the inevitable end of his reign. The legacy of Rudolf II and his alchemy fascination has left its permanent mark on Prague's magical reputation to this day. Maria Theresa, the stepmother of Bohemia. Maria Theresa was a key figure in power and politics in 18th century Europe. One of the most adept rulers of the Habsburgs, Maria Theresa wanted to be taken seriously as a ruler in what was predominantly a man's world. After regaining her birthright to rule Bohemia with military force, she had herself crowned as king so all would know she was not a consort. But the fully elected official ruler, many women would inherit the Bohemian crown, but only Maria Theresa would be elected and crowned King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Empress. Crowned in 1743 in St. Vitus Cathedral, she was the only woman to have held the position in her own right. Maria Theresa held several positions of power, including masculine titles like King of Hungary. Though her broad reign was filled with many wars and conflicts, her socio-political efforts led to financial, educational, and medical advancements, as well as a reform in the forced labor system of serfdom and the modern Czech estates. She famously called Prague's St. Wenceslas crown a fool's cap, which laid more heavily on her head than her other duties. Leopold II. Son of Empress Maria Theresa, Leopold II held the position of King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor for less than 2 years before his death in 1792. The Czech estates commissioned a piece from Mozart, who studied at Charles University in Prague, for his coronation celebration. After years of war and rulers who would have the Bohemian crown jewels moved to other lands and palaces, the Czech people have King Leopold II to thank for bringing the national symbols of statehood and heritage back to Prague. Leopold is known as being a capable ruler. I got this. And for his reform of the penal code, which abolished the death penalty and torture. Leopold is also credited for establishing the tradition of the 7 keys for the security of the Bohemian crown jewels. It was the wish of the Czech estates to have the jewels returned to Prague and secured in the St. Vitus Cathedral. Today, Leopold's tradition of 7 keys and 7 appointed key bearers continue to guard the crown jewels, keeping these imperial regalia forever safe in Prague. Haunting History of Prague. Nighttime interactive audio tour. No access beyond this point. No, I want to go over there. Can I go up the stairs? Yeah. Oh. It just goes to a door that I can't go through. That's really uncomfortable to watch.
Nancy.
Oscar. Never mind.
I should get going.
That is a priceless artifact. Don't forget.
Mm-hmm. I got you. Oh.
This doesn't seem right. 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 This doesn't seem right.
I'm just trying all of the options here. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Okay, fine.
This doesn't seem right.
Interesting. Hmm.
Still have to do that.
But I did. Yeah, I'm here. I met him. I spoke with him. What else am I supposed to do? Don't understand. I also spoke with her.
I'm not done with that yet.
Yeah, I did that.
I'm not done with that yet.
Honestly, the part that's bugging me is the fact that I have spoken to both of them, but it's not like accepting that. Oh, what? Oh. I see where I am. No, you're just a random person. What is this way? That looks like a secret door.
Locked.
Darn. Let's say cyber secure. So I should never have opened that thing on my phone. Is that it? No, I probably shouldn't have. This looks like a store.
Locked.
They're not open. Some kind of little sitting area. Cute. This is in a completely different part of town. Something's being prepared
This
over there.
clock tells time in so many ways. I can't wait to tell Ned that I'm actually here.
Where is it? Where? Oh, I think it's on the other side. It's over there. I wanted to see the defenestration window. Pretty sure it's over on that side. If I remember straight. I think I'm thinking of this correctly. Dedicated to the creators of Pratsky Horloge, the oldest working astronomical clock in the world, and to those who have continued to preserve it for all time. In 1410, the famous astronomical clock was installed on the old town hall wall in Prague, created by Jan Ondřejev Sindel and imperial clockmaker Mikulas of Kazan. The unique clockwork was created with numerous functions that featured different ways to tell the time. At the center is an astrolabe used to tell the position of celestial bodies in the sky. In the 15th century, a calendar was added that was later replaced by the calendarium plate created by the famed artist Josef Mainz in the 19th century. Thanks to the dedicated clockmakers and experts, this clock continues to survive and fully function today. Old Bohemian time is tracked in the outermost circle, with the 24 representing the new day at the hour of sunset, which varies throughout the year. The sun marks the Roman numerals on the inner ring, tracking Old German time with the 24-hour time. Simple Arabic numbers mark the Babylonian time from sunrise to sunset. Sidereal time helps astronomers track the planets. The zodiac ring with the sun moving around it shows the position on the ecliptic, with the sun showing the sunrise and sunset. At the top of the hour, this masterpiece comes to life, and for that moment, it is worth taking time to tell the time. I didn't think this was a door to go through. A little sitting area. Another little sitting area. Look at the walls. I got to see some cool stuff in Prague that I'm honestly not even sure if I'm allowed to talk about. So we're not going to talk about it. Can I take this rope? No. Darn. Standing in. Why are you taking a photo with the truck as a backdrop? Lame. So I feel like we walked in from that direction to get to the square. Look, there's a space. I can't go through it. Fine. Freedom. No. In reality, the castle and this very far from each other. I was trying to go to a different section of the castle for the record. I was hoping to go in there, but they appear to be closed. So we'll just go back to the castle. Yeah, they're very, very far from each other. What I wanted to go to is in that direction to the left. There's this really cool little museum area. It's really, really old buildings, but it has all of the cool weapons from the time. Super cool. One of my favorite places to visit. But I guess you can't go there in this game. which is lame. Lame, I tell you. Lame. Can I go through these doors? Because isn't this way like the old castle? Like the museum, but darn it. I wanted to see one of the defenestration windows. Okay. This is the cafe. What? Oh, that's umbrella thingies. Okay. I was like, what is that? What's up, dude? I wanted to talk to you about the cards. I want to know what's up with the cards. Okay, I got a bunch of like puzzles to solve right now. I've also got to somehow get online. I need a computer for that. That's for second shine. Yeah, the computer store was closed though, so I don't think I can do that. Yeah, overhand. Read the cafe map and the mysterious text compared to the book. Take note on the numbers and their placement inside and outside the walls. Correctly set every number on the book's cover and touch the center. Okay, I got that. That's one. Maybe this is 3. I feel like I just need to take a photo of this because I keep having to come back to it. Shush. I just want my camera. Okay. Okay, here we go. Remember to use your buttons. Okay, Thorn. Alright. Is this 4 and this 6? Oh no, that would be 3, my bad. And then this outer plus outer equals inner. So this would be 2. This would be a 6. This would be a 2. This would be 3. That's what it was. Okay.
I haven't seen any locks this big anywhere.
Right. All right.
Check. Check. Still have to do that.
Oh yeah. Well, it says there's like an unknown one or an unfinished one. This is a puzzle. Hey, it says something. Commissioned by King Rudolph II upon his coronation. Okay. But there's like a thing on the side. Something up there. I don't know. Fine. Okay. So I know it says unfinished task. Camera. Yeah, I don't think that's actually what I need to do. I think I need to get like a computer. But that place was closed.
I'm not done with that yet.
No, I'm not. Because I gotta do that. Yeah, not even close on that.
Still have to do
I
that.
did do that. I also talked with her.
I have nothing more to say.
Okay. Also, I never got my coffee. Just saying.
Want to learn more about our coffee? I can teach you.
Sure.
Tempting. But I am here to help
Aw.
Adela.
You will have a demo by learning more about Prague and our culture. Don't you agree?
I see I'm not getting out of this. What do I need to do?
I am struggling a little bit with the coffee machine. The portafilter and handle are missing. That's why I need a detective to bring them back to me. Oh, yes. In my recipe book, you'll have my best recipes.
Coming right up.
Okay. Can I go back here?
Can't go that way.
Thank. Yep, fine. Recipe book, portafilter basket, and portafilter handle. Just gotta check everything here. Basket and handle, and her recipe book. Okay. Oh, I thought maybe like it might have accidentally been put on the food section here. That's horror up there. No, thank you. I don't do horror.
That's interesting.
Do you note the lines on the stranger's face? The careless tuck of another shirt, the fly that hovers over the abandoned sugar bowl. Do you feel their eyes on you? Do you feel trapped in these four walls? What expectations forced you to come? And if you leave, why did you go? Okay then. Just gotta check everywhere. I mean, what's that?
Smells like coffee.
That looks like the portafilter. Wait, what's over? Oh, that's just that. That's still there from yesterday. Ooh. Don't mind me. I am just struggling with the WASD keys. Oh no, I gotta wait for that guy to leave again. Steal his charging cable. Apparently. Because that's what it suggested. Don't mind me. I am just looking for pieces of the coffee maker. I found that. Oh. Wanted to look at it. Fine. Okay, found the recipes.
That's done.
Where is the handle? Oh, not what I meant to do. Oh, interesting. Oh.
There it is. That's done.
Found him.
Perfect. Now, let me show you how to make the perfect cup of coffee. When customers place an order, it will appear in the top left. Some customers will have special requests.
I want to try the cafe con hielo. Also, add some hazelnut syrup.
To pour espresso or hot water, place a coffee cup into the machine on the right. When you're done, move the cup back to the counter.
Choose the coffee portion. I don't know. Because I didn't read the recipe book. Cup. The counter.
And anything else that you like from the counter.
Oh, right.
Once you have added coffee to the cup, you can begin adding the other ingredients as you like from the counter. My recipe book below contains everything you'll need to make a delicious drink. If you make a mistake, don't worry. You can empty the cup below to start over.
Oh no, this doesn't look right.
Yeah, I figured. I didn't know what the recipe was for this. Espresso. Cafe con downhill. Make an espresso, then add a medium amount of cold water. There's water. Oh, right click to.
Start from scratch.
That's what I said. Make an espresso. And then add a medium amount of cold water. What is this? Oh, that's cold water. Got it.
That's how it's
There
done.
we go.
Yeah, one latte.
Use the metal pitcher for milk and put it into the machine if it needs to be steamed. Careful, it's very hot.
I need the recipes. Ah. Doppio. Doppio portion of coffee. Is that small? Then a large amount of steamed milk. Steamed milk. I think that means small.
One step closer to perfection.
Doppio means small, right? Oh, there's no way for me to check language stuff right now. Oh, it's a type of coffee. Where's that? Oh, doppio. Double portion of espresso. Okay.
If you make a good
We're done.
Nancy, I trust the investigation is going well.
I found this iron key. Do you know what it's for?
Ah, someone could wear it around their neck, no?
Too heavy for that. And it was locked in an old book.
I never look at the books. Many have been here since before I was a little girl, eating cubes from the sugar bowls.
A book like this would have garnered attention. Someone must have hidden it here recently.
Hidden? I doubt. Forgotten? Yes. If the customer left it, they don't miss it. It's yours.
I should get going. Can't check that off yet.
I feel like I did do that.
Can't check that off yet.
Oh, whatever. Sure that key doesn't like go here somewhere? Is there a keyhole? I don't see one, okay. Okay, I also just saw the time and I haven't had any food yet today. So I'm gonna go try to be able to check this off and talk to these people once more. I'm gonna try.
My name is Nancy Drew.
I've already said this.
The necklace for Adela Cherna.
Ah, yes. Because Adela thinks I stole her gems.
Do I already skip this? Because we've already... Okay, cool. Because you've heard this before. We've spoken to her. We've asked her all these questions.
Why wouldn't it? Do you think
Like, all I can think is to, like, skip through these again. That's kind of cool that I can do that.
so? Could you? And you,
As a
you,
it's
I
think that was all of them.
I should.
Okay. Shay. See, they're not being added to suspects either. She's not, at least. See, at least he remembers me.
I should.
I've asked all the questions. I don't understand
Still, I'm not done with that yet.
why I can't check these
Can't
off.
check that off yet.
It's weird. Refer to Kepler's law. Planets orbit the sun in ellipses shaped.
Please remember to be careful.
Got it.
This doesn't seem right.
Yeah, they have to like stay on their track.
This doesn't seem right.
There it is.
This doesn't seem right.
What it is.
This doesn't seem right. This doesn't seem right. This doesn't seem right. This doesn't seem right.
I'm literally trying everything.
This doesn't seem right. This doesn't seem right.
It's not.
This doesn't seem right.
I'm not understanding. I'm doing the thing.
Please remember to be careful.
Why isn't any of these things working? Like, things aren't getting checked off. This isn't. It's bugging me. What is this thing called? Oh! How do I want it? Oh.
That is a priceless artifact. Don't forget.
Yeah, I got that. I did it wrong. To move that over.
This doesn't seem right.
Just says that. And everything I'm finding so far is about something that happens later on with the puzzle that I already figured out, which is all those symbols are alchemy symbols. But, like, why is this not working? Why can't I... This part of the puzzle's not happening. Why not? What's going on? Why won't this open? Or do what it needs to do. She just keeps telling me that's not right, but it is right. Okay.
Whoa. Kepler's law in action.
Okay. These are alchemy symbols. I'm not even going to try and do that right now. I just wanted to get past that. Combination has something to do with
Please remember to be careful.
alchemy. Not really. With alchemy. Oh. Okay then, but I can't look at the other thingies. Okay, whatever. And I don't really have the time for that right now because I have not had any food yet today, and it's like 2:30 p.m. So I would like to eat. So that at least gets us through that. What I don't understand is why I cannot check off that when I have done that, or check off that when I have done that. And every time I talk to her, it like starts the conversation over. I don't know what's going on with those. I don't know if that's a glitch or if I missed something. I would say leave a comment to help me out, but that would honestly be kind of a waste of time because of how long it's going to be before this is actually posted. But yeah, so next time I will figure out the combination. So next time I'm going to try and figure out the alchemy stuff. I took a photo of the alchemy stuff, so I'll try and figure that out. And I guess I got to keep helping Patricia with the coffee stuff. That's annoying, but whatever. So we'll do that. So we'll definitely look at the alchemy stuff and try to figure out the artifact. We'll definitely help Patricia out with the customers next time. I don't know why Explore the Cafe isn't checking off. So I guess there's something that I haven't done yet. And we'll also try to figure out how to get a computer so we can look at the second shine stuff. We gotta get a computer. Which probably with the Wi-Fi thing is gonna come in handy. So yeah. Oh. Yeah. You can hide the completed. Interesting, yeah. Huh. So yeah. Nothing new on these things. So okay, cool. Yeah. That's what we're gonna do. There was a button I accidentally pressed like 3 times to open up that menu. Is it R? No, C. Oh, C's camera. C's camera. Cute. How cute is that? That's cool. Escape. I don't know what it was. And let's save the game, create a new slot. What are we going to call this? Oh, there we go. What are we going to call this? I had nothing so far. I have no idea what to call this. It's Kepler's laws. I don't know. Alchemy. Wait! Woo! I apparently accidentally put the caps lock on. I don't know, I was thinking maybe Full Metal, but I want to do like a Full Metal reference. That's not just Philosopher's Stone. But I can't think of a reference. Can't think of a reference. Well, I can, but not that reference. We're not referencing that. Full Alchemist? Question mark? Aw, I can't do the question mark. Lame. We're just gonna call it Full Metal then. Save. Cool. Amateur, modern. Interesting, so it actually, like, in the save tells you what the things are. Alright, hopefully I remember next time that it's WASD and I don't hop in and try to click. Because I'm not used to this. But I need to definitely get some food. So, as usual, thanks for watching. So far, I'm intrigued by the game. So far I'm liking the fact that there's more puzzly stuff to do than the last game. So that's nice. We'll see how it keeps going. I'm definitely getting used to the new way of navigating and that. It looks great. It looks really good, especially compared to the last game. I feel like they're moving in the direction of making this console available. Like maybe future Nancy Juke games will be available both PC and console. It kind of feels like they're working in that direction. Because honestly, they could have gone the WASD method a long time ago. There's old games that can do that. They just chose not to. So why would they change it now? The only thing that makes sense to me is that they're moving in a console direction, maybe. It'd be really cool to get this on, like, the Switch. Like, it kind of feels like a Switchy kind of game. I don't know. We'll see where they go in the future with the Nancy Drew games. Again, my fingers crossed was for 2028, just because I think that would be awesome to do a 30th anniversary drop. New Nancy Drew game plus available also on console for like 30th anniversary. Like that makes sense to me logically. So we'll see what they do. If I were in that field, like thinking from like a business mindset, that's a really smart business move to drop the next game on the 30th anniversary and make it console available at the same time, because that would just be a smart business move, like this big 30th anniversary thing. I don't know though. Who knows what Her Interactive will actually do? But so far, I am preferring this over last game. If I finish this before the weekends, then I'm gonna try and do on Saturday a video where I rank all the Nancy Drew games. If I don't finish it by then, we'll see, because this is supposed to be kind of a long game. So if I don't finish it by then I will try to do the ranking of Nancy Drew games after my surgery. That'll be like the first video I make before I jump into Beyond Two Souls. It'll also depend on when I actually finish this, because if I don't get this done by my surgery, then I'll finish it after the surgery. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so definitely subscribe if you want to see the rest of this game, that rating system, and also the Beyond Two Souls. And then like the video if you enjoyed it. I know how to do this. I made other videos. I've made almost 100 videos now. What are you talking about? And then my mind froze. Comment. If you know a lot about Prague history, how accurate are they so far? I know on the Roman side of things, when we're talking about that stuff, it's pretty accurate. And what I remember of Prague, it's accurate-ish. I really wish I could go into the cathedral so badly, but I wonder if they just weren't given permission to do that. But like, there's some things that I'm like, it wasn't quite like this in actual Prague. So we'll see where it goes. I really wish I could go see one of the defenestration windows. I don't think I'm gonna be able to at any point, which is sad. Just let me see the defenestration window. Come on, that's a big part of the history of Prague. Man. Okay. It was a big thing in Prague, okay? They would defenestrate people a lot. If you don't know what that word means, that is where you throw somebody out the window. And they're probably not going to make it out alive. First time I learned about that word was from a television show called Dark Angel, so it's a great show. But anyway, we'll see where it goes, but definitely comment, tell me how accurate it is so far. Obviously, we haven't gotten further, so we'll see how accurate it continues to be. Also, as usual, always looking for desk chair recommendations, headset recommendations, camera recommendation, all that jazz. So please feel free to comment any of those things. And looking forward to seeing where this game goes. So far, I'm happy with it. But we'll see. Oh, and I'm forgetting. Lesson. We need a lesson. I always end with a lesson. I almost forgot to mention my normal lesson too. What's a lesson? I don't know a lesson so far. Don't actually touch anything in a museum unless you have explicit permission. For one thing, because I totally touched that thing before he told me I was allowed to. Get permission before touching anything historical. And then, of course, don't plagiarize. It kind of goes along with the gems. Don't make fake gems. There we go. Don't make fake gems and put them in things. Don't do that. Don't be a criminal. And don't plagiarize. Just don't do it.